Henry McClure Live. I'm working late tonight. I'm just heading home. I'm here at the corner of Topeka Boulevard, right here, the boulevard, and 10th Street. There's a lot of nostalgia here for me. When my mom divorced my dad, he bought that building right there. And he lived there. Lived in the top, worked in the bottom. We had a parrot. He had a parrot. Somehow, some way, it got into his hands, and it was from a Bantleon he worked on the Panama Canal. He was one of the big engineers on the Panama Canal. And parrots, they live to be so old. Okay, so that story wasn't as interesting to you as it is to me. Do you know Marshall Barber? He does the Topeka Factor with me. He is the Topeka Factor. So this is 500 Southwest 10th Street. And as far as space goes to lease, I know that right now at this hour, this doesn't look like a high traffic area. You know what I like to see go in here? Circle Coffee. Well, we got something going on here. Wow, there's the state police. Well, he's going to get involved with that. I'd follow him, but I don't have my law degree. Oh man, look, here comes another one. This is better than Christmas lights. That dude's going like a bat out of hell. Another one just followed. He just jumped in. I guess he's not turning his lights on yet. There he goes. There's something going on. Well, Henry McClure Live might have to follow this. I think over my real estate career, I've probably practiced law without a law degree. But I want to talk about Circle Coffee. I want to talk about getting this thing leased up. You know, it's really a wild coincidence that this guy lives in North Bend, Washington, the same place one of my favorite people at Mainline Printing does. Got to get these two just to meet each other. But think about this right here. What's going on down here? You got Topeka High right there. You got Blue Cross Blue Shield. You got the Supreme Court. You got these two new office buildings. You got the state capitol. I mean, this is like the corner of Maine and Maine. So it's just under 6,000 feet. I've been through all this. It's got a huge industrial hood. You know, this would be like what I envision in here. I mean, I love Circle Coffee. Bar none, that'd be a great deal. Get Circle Coffee. Have you been to the Circle Coffee there on 17th Street by the Dairy Queen? But you know those, there was a northern Italian restaurant in Long Beach called La Opera. You know, the open kitchen, bar, they sold grappa there. Back when I drank, well, you could get, when you'd order grappa, you'd have to order, even on my Macerich expense account, I would, you know, you had to take it easy. But, cause like a grappa, a modest grappa, that's your way of saying I want a cheap grappa. It's like $15. Grappa is wine extract, or a grape, extracted grape. If you can drink, and try a grappa. Recommended by alcoholics across the country. Oh, that's kind of funny. But this, I'd like to get this one leased up. I'd like to be a part of this deal. Leasing is 10 times harder than, it's 10 times harder than selling. Selling, it is what it is. But leasing's a whole different. And so, for my leasing deals, I always get a retainer. And some sale deals, I get a retainer. You know, if you've got to do a lot of work to get the properties up and get them out there and, you know, tee them up. But it's also another way to find out if your client's real. You know, if he acts like a big shot and he doesn't really want to pay your retainer, well, that's fine. How are you guys? I'm up late, I know. I just went through 2,500 emails, getting caught up. I got 4,000 to do. It's like, email is like a dirty dish. You might as well just wash it and put it up. Read it and delete it. Man, I'm telling you, my friend, I was going through a bunch of emails and I saw Tyler Weibel, a bunch of stuff that we've worked on together. You know, Tyler, my friend, we've thrown a lot of shit on the wall, not all of it stuck. But that's what we got to do. We just got to double, you know, all you got to do is double your failure rate. I got to show you guys one thing before I go to bed. All the Macerich guys worked for a fella named Mace Siegel. Even Dana Kay. But Mace's, the godfather to Mace's kids, built this statue. Sandy Travata. It's called Wheat. Man, it's ironic. It's ironic how stuff that Wheat sits in front of a building that my dad owned, that he lived in when my mom divorced him when I was 3 years old. The cosmic connections. Are you picking up what I'm laying down? My life changed forever the day my Mom divorced my dad, and my life changed forever. The dad went to work for May Siegel. Here I'm falling asleep at my office and thinking, you know, I ought to go home and get some sleep. And I get out and about, I'm revved up. I always loved the nights. You know, don't you remember, passionate nights where you stay up all night and you see the sun come up? Oh yeah, that's what I'm talking about. You know, they're few and far between, but I'll tell you one project I want to work on a lot is that golf project out on Hoke Road with Rick Farrant. I'd like to have my own private golf course. That would be fun. I need to play a little more golf, have a little more fun. Keep my putter working. Oh, man. All right, I'm going to say goodnight. I'm going to say sleep tight. And if nobody said they love you, I love you all. Good night.